Feel the need to call out, do it. Awesome. Oh, that does make a lot of sense. Awesome. So let me share one more song with you. So this song, I'm going to play with my drum. And this is a song you have to yell out at the end. That's the thing. So this song is called the Berry Picking Song. I learned it from my elder Carrie Moore, and it was her grandmother's song. But I remember hearing it growing up, so it's awesome how it just kind of stuck and resonated. And I'm very thankful for her saying, yeah, go share it with community, go do it. So in the song, it tells the story of our tribal days when traditionally women would go berry picking, and they would take all of the kids with them, and all of the two-spirit people would not only learn how to berry pick, but they would also go hunting with the men. So once you turn 12, if you were a boy or two-spirit, you were considered on your path to becoming a man or learning men's teachings. And so up until that point, all of the boys would be raised with the women, and after that point, they would go off with the warriors to, learn how to hunt. But that's kind of that transition time. But it was really important because they would be raised with the women, so they knew how to honor and respect the women, because we had matriarchal societies. But it didn't just mean that women were in charge, but it meant that when women made decisions, it was for everyone. It was for all of us. It was so everyone's voice was heard, nobody got left behind, and everybody was taken care of. That's really what our society should be about. And so let's go back to that matriarchal way of thinking. Come on, all of like our sassy politician women, let's do this! Because we have our future generations in mind. So this is why I want to see more women in politics. But as women, there we go. Actually stepping into those roles as our warrior women. But I think that's really important because it's the voice of all people, not just a few. So as women would go berry picking, the grandmothers would of course be the ones in charge. And I don't know about you, my grandmother, terrifying woman. Nobody argues with that woman. I love her, but she's scary. And so the grandmothers, of course, would be in charge. So they'd make sure nobody got out of line. But for the most part, they would be watching the babies. And if anybody knows how babies explore the world, they put everything where? In their mouth, yes, because babies are disgusting. So, but the grandmothers would be like, oh, don't eat that dirt, or spit out that pine cone, or don't chew on that wafer. Are you eating a bug? Spit that bug out. Or, oh, don't eat more dirt. Why are you eating dirt all the time? Or, oh, get that stick out of your face. Or put the squirrel down. Squirrels don't belong in your mouth. And so, of course, because that's what babies do. They put everything in their mouth. And then the littler kids would be on. They would be listening to the stories of the elders. The old elders that were too bad to go hunting with the men. They would sit back and they would teach all of these beautiful stories and share all of these beautiful stories with the kids. And so kids under the age of 5 would be like eating berries, listening to the stories, and generally would be sticky. That hasn't changed in thousands of years. Kids under the age of 5, generally sticky. And then the older kids would be running around, playing tag, skipping stones, climbing trees, having a great time, and learning about the world around them through play. How else are you going to learn about the world around you than through play? This is why I think school should be fun and engaging and amazing and exciting, because that's the way we learn. And then, of course, the teenage girls would be off, not really picking as many berries as they should be, because they'd be too busy talking about their crushes. Did you see that guy's moccasins? He's like Sao Sticker Kid. And that hasn't changed in thousands of generations. It's still the same. And then, of course, the mums and the aunties would be the ones picking all of the berries for the nation for the year. Like I said, in thousands of generations, not a lot has changed. And so, as everybody would be off doing their own thing, it was time to go. The grandmother would call out, but she wouldn't say, "Yo, where you at?" because that would be silly and totally not relevant to the era. But she would call out using this voice. And as soon as you heard that voice, you knew that was your grandmother calling out. So I would hear, like, oh, okay, that's not a weird wounded elk, that's the Kokum. So I would call back, she'd be like, oh, well, there's Chantel, awesome. And then I would hear other voices. There's my cousin Megan, I know she's over there. There's my cousin Yvonne, I know she's over there. Hi, hi, hi. I can't do my mom's voice with a straight face, but she's over there. Like, seriously, every time I try and do it, I just see her like, if anybody knows my mom, they know I'm right. And then, of course, I would hear, there's my son Lyndon, awesome, I know he's over there. But as you would hear all these voices, you would know exactly where everybody was, and then it was time to come home. But this was really important, because in times of war, you would have a safe camp, but you wouldn't just walk in and be like, hey, is everybody okay? Because you didn't know, right? You didn't know if it was safe, you didn't know if the camp was compromised, you didn't know if you were being followed, and so you would wait. You would wait until silence fell, and until darkness fell. And then you would call out, and then I would listen, and I would hear, like there's my friend Ashlyn, I know they're over there. Then I would hear, there's my cousin Stephanie, I know she's over there. My Auntie Georgie, I know she's over there. Right, there's my friend Darcy, I know he's over there. There's my cousin Michelle, she's a little weird, but I know she's over there and she's fine. So as you hear these voices, you would know exactly where everybody was and if they were okay or not. And we can still hear in each other's voices if we're okay or not. If you ask your friend, hey, are you okay? And you're like, I'm fine. Are they fine? No, they're not fine. So you have to dig deeper. It's important to talk to each other, to actually hear each other, not just text each other, but hear each other's voices. That's what we need to connect to each other. So make a phone call instead of a quick text message. I know, I'm terrible at texting, so this is why I say make a phone call. So, hi, right? And so at the end of the song, you're going to let our voices go. But the song itself is the grandmother calling out, and you're calling back. And so, I teach you some really complicated words. Are you ready? I'm just kidding, they're not complicated. Weya heya. Weya, weya heya. Weya heya, 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 weya, weya heya. Awesome. And at the end of the song, we're going to take a deep breath right into our belly button. So everybody take a deep breath in. Yep. That's where we're going to find our voice, right here in our belly button. And then we're going to scare everybody in the neighborhood. It's going to be amazing. Especially those birds. They're going to be like, what is happening over there? I'm out. And the beat is nice and simple. The third time, though, that's the part of the story where they're looking for their safe camp. So we're going to get quiet. And then, once we've found each other, we're going to celebrate. All right? The beat is nice and simple. You can throw whatever flourishing you feel like.